Japan's second most notorious writer. You'll either love him or you'll hate him. His name is Osamu Dazai. Partially, this was due to the way that his tragic and controversial personal life intersected with the writing. His most famous novel was Ningen Shikaku, which means disqualified from being human, and it was translated to be no longer human. It's an example of a type of literature that was popularized in the 1910s and 20s in Japan, and it's called the I novel. And the I novel, it's not quite an autobiography, but it's highly influenced by specific instances in the writer's life. So when I tell you about his life, you'll understand why you'll feel conflicted when you read his work. No Longer Human follows the entire life of a man who feels absolutely incapable of connecting to any part of society. He cannot make human relationships, he cannot function as a part of a community, and he puts all of his effort into creating and maintaining a kind of jocular mask in order to hide. The protagonist, Ozo, tries to end his life in complete despair at his own perceived sense of failure. And this was similar to what happened to Dazai himself. What's particularly uncomfortable about reading these accounts is that Dazai persuaded young women to end their lives with him, and unfortunately in 2 of the times that occurred, only Dazai survived. It makes the whole reading experience horrifying, depressing, tragic. It feels strangely intimate to see his reflections in the way he presents that experience. So the dark subject matter and Dazai's own controversial life might put you off from giving him a try, but I have to urge you not to be dissuaded just yet. Dazai's writing has such a cult following because of his insight into the absolute worst aspects of humans and humanity, human nature. He has a truly unique talent in articulating the pain, the hypocrisies, and the difficulties of being a human being in society. He has absolutely no sympathy for anyone's hypocrisies, weaknesses, but he has even less sympathy for himself. If you want to try Dazai, I find his short story collections the most accessible starting point. You can get a sense of his wry, ironic tone without necessarily deep diving into despair. I just read Schoolgirl, translated brilliantly by Polly Barton and published by Penguin later this summer. This is not an I novel, so if you feel complicit in reading the reflections, which are inspired by his own life events, these are all stories told from a female narrative perspective and are more traditional fiction. I found them insightful and illuminating. The Real Osamu Dazai is another really good collection. It's a life in 20 stories spanning his entire life. This collection is from Tuttle and translated by James O'Brien. This is more of an overview, but I did also really enjoy reading these.